debunk. You talked
Okay.
about debunk the other time. How do we indicate the particular one we need to debunk before we go into step over or step
Okay.
into?
Oh, it's not debunk, it's debug. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
debug.
All right. It's
Sorry.
debug. Okay. So yeah. So now, how do you know the one to put the breakpoint on, the one that we need to be debug? So you will know by where your code is failing. Right. For instance, now on this feature step, so on line 10, we say navigate to prep major. Right. But if your page is not navigating to prep major, you know something's wrong there, right? So, and let's say you are able to navigate, right? And you are not able to click on the search button. What line do you think that is going to be? The error is going to be? Anyone? I'm able to do something, but the only thing I'm not able to do is to click on the search button.
Line 11.
Okay. Line 11. Okay. Is that right? Anyone?
13.
Sorry?
Line 13.
Line 13. The only thing that you missed, I think, who talked before, is the button. I said button. I didn't say field. Do you get? So yeah, because you are able to click on the field, you've been able to type automation, but you are not able to click on the search button. Do you get it now? That is the only thing that is missed. So you put your breakpoint on that line 13. Or some people can put it before line 13, so that in case the problem is not line 13, the problem is even line 12. Maybe line 12 did not finish successfully. That's where 13 did not start. Do you get it now? So is that okay? Does that make sense to you, the person that asked the question?
Yeah. Making sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So like what I said before in the navigation of your journey, right? If someone said your issue, you are going from Oxford to London, and they said, yeah, the problem is in London, right? So you don't want to start, yeah, okay, I don't know that journey. Let me say where I know now. So let's say from where I live, right? I live in Uppington. I'm going to London. I'll tell you some journeys. Yeah, well, it's been a long time. I can't even remember. So, so you will go to, let's say, okay, London Bridge for those guys that know London Bridge, and you go to what's it called again? Waterloo, right? And Charing Cross, something like that. And they tell you that there is an issue along the line, right? And someone said, oh, you cannot get to Charing Cross. What happened? And they said, the issue is at Waterloo. So technically, they say it's along Waterloo. Technically, you know that you can get to London Bridge. So what you need to do is to show, okay, let me get your train to London Bridge, right? And from London Bridge, I'll see if I'll still need to go to Waterloo by track. Also, you put your breakpoints on London Bridge because you know you can get to London Bridge, right? So that's the same thing already. You put it where you know that, okay, yeah, before the issue or where the issue is. So now let's put the breakpoints now on our feature file on line 10. Yeah. Okay. And let's debug. So now your test will stop here on this particular feature. Now you can see what it does. Now, our test, I'm going to ask a question. I want to ask someone, right? So you can see giving and navigate is the beginning of our test. But why is the browser opening? Who wants to answer that question? It's 5% question.
Is it because it's before scenario?
Who said that?
Adija to take that. Oh.
Yeah, sorry?
Adija.
It's Adija.
Adija. Yeah, that is the right answer. You got 5%. Yeah, well done. Yeah, it's because it's before scenario, right? We've put that browser at our before scenario, right? That means even before your scenario starts, the before scenario already started. Do you get it now? And to be honest, I said the before scenario is a delicate thing. When you are debugging, you might not even know where it is, because now I just open my visual file, I put the breakpoint there, right? But something already is done. I don't know where it is. That's why you need to know where your hooks are stored. Otherwise, by debugging, you may not know where that is if you don't put it in a place, because you can't even know, because your feature type is the beginning of what you wrote, that your step you start. But there will be some steps that would already been started by the reason that you've put them in your hook. So now, for instance, if this browser is not started, what we need to check is our before scenario and our hook. Do you get it now? Okay. Now, if we want to now say, I don't care about what happened on the navigation. I know it does work, right? What I need to do, I will step over. If I step over, line 10 would execute completely. It will go to line 11, which means that it will automatically navigate. Do you get it now? Everything under the hood on line 10 will be executed. Can I ask if that is clear? Because this is very, very important. Okay, all right, let's just do that quickly, just to see, experiment. Click over. Okay, all right, now, because you can see now, because we already got a breakpoint, remove this breakpoint. Because we already got a breakpoint here, it goes here. Okay, click on it. Yeah, it goes there, right, and it stops. If you haven't got a breakpoint here, it's going to execute the list line, and that will be it. Okay, and let's step over again. So now we want to step over this line as well. Okay, and you can see now it's gone to our browser, and is now going to the prep major, and it's done. And then it moved to the next line. So you're going to go step over again, and you can see it. Then step over, and it goes to the next line. So the next line is number 11, line 11. So if you click over it, can you click over it? Step over it. So can you see what happened? Line 11 is executed completely. But of course, nothing happened because it hasn't got anything inside. Step over that one as well. Can you see is executed under the hood? But in the next one, let us just step into, and you can see what happened. Step out, step into, click that. That will take you inside the code. Can you see now? It takes you inside the step definition. Inside the step definition, there's nothing inside. That's where your test is passing. Then what you need to do is that you do step into or step over. It doesn't matter because there's nothing inside. So let's step over. And one thing that I want to tell you, if you want to just run a particular statement, the best thing to do is to step over. Okay? But if you want to run the statement and you want to poke nose into what is happening under that particular code, you go inside. Basically, that's what step into is. You go inside that particular line. Okay? And step over again. Step over. And that's it. You also, the next line, step over as well. And step over. So, and you can see now, it takes you to one time tear down, which you don't even need as anyway. Step over and step over. These are not your code right now, so you don't need to worry, actually, because this is because you got an after scenario, which is going to step over. Okay, step over them, and then you go. Okay, step over, and that's the end. Okay. Any question on this one? And any question? Can I have someone to explain it? So at least I know that someone understood. Can we have someone explain these steps? The step over and step into, how to debug. It's a 5% discount question. Steps to debug. Anyone that understood?
We explained any aspect we understood, not all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
that's fine. If you're able to explain everything fully, and I'm happy you get 5%. But if you are not, you are not going to lose anyway. So, but use it to kind of confirm what you know. I can be able to correct you. Right. Anyway, you win.
Okay. Okay, so step over. So you want to debug an issue. You want to say it's say for instance, the issue is on line 13. Okay. But just to be very sure, you put your breaking point on line 12 before line 13. And you can use the step over. The step over will just step over, move over the things that you're not actually looking at, and get you to your breakpoint. That's what I understood. But the step into, well, if you click that, it would actually take you into the code. It would take you into to see the code where anything is happening. I'm not sure, but something like that. Thank you.
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Did you hear what I said? I think you are trying to. Okay. Yeah, because he's trying to click what I asked him to click. I said, go to the feature. And yeah, so Rose, that was good. That was brilliant. But what I said was for you to get my full 5% discount, which I don't give easily like that. I'm a bit stingy. So I'm going to ask you a follow-up question just to know that you understood what you said. This is now based on example. You've kind of you've explained it perfectly well. So I want you to explain with an example. Do you get it now? Go to feature for me, okay? Now, let's say my test is failing where I am typing automation, right? Using the step into or step over, right? How would I debug that line on line 12? Talk me through the steps. What do I need to do? Rose. This is the question. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. So you said the problem is on line 12, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So you would put a breakpoint. I will put a breakpoint on line 11.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay.
And I will click on debug.
Okay.
Sorry, click on debug and put a breakpoint. And then I will then go to step over.
Okay. What would that do for you when you say step over?
So step over will debug the problem on 12 and then move on
No,
to
no. What you wanted to say before, what you wanted to say before is the right one. Step over, you put your breakpoints. Can we do that? Can you put breakpoint on line 11? She said 11, right? So when you now step over on line 11, what happens?
You will get on line 12, which is where you want it to be.
Okay, it will run everything on line 11 and then goes to line 12.
12.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you get to 12, what do you do?
Then you want to step into.
Thank you. You got the 5 points.
See the actual thing happening.
You got the 5%. Yeah. So step into on line 12. We'll go into the code on line 12. Well done. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think on that note, we can call it a night, right? All right. Okay. All right. So I think that has taken me on another topic that I wanted to touch base on before, which is debugging, actually, after writing the code, which I think we've done. And to be honest, every of your life, you have to be doing this, right? And that's why I've taken time to talk about this, to say, okay, what is the process of debugging? It's really, really big process. And some of you guys already got some issues, but you don't know how to debug, you don't know where to stop. So this is very, very important. It's a life skill as a developer and, of course, as automation tester anyway. Okay. All right. So what you need to do now, Deborah, I think you've got your given sorted. So you need to add the when to click and automation. Of course, to type automation, what to do, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I always get that.
All right. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the next person. Thank you, everyone. That is